Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to another session on the Facebook Live session. It's a pleasure for me to meet you this evening. I'm Alice, your girl, and of course, as always, I bring to you awesome people across the globe. But then, before we start, I would like us to have a review of all the previous speakers who have passed through this stage. So stay tuned after the video.
Z tonight, we don't come again. Oh, yeah. It's been a long time where you never come home. Really low, I do wonder. Papa, mommy, picking on the wonder. Really low, them the wonder. My brother, hey, now where you day? When you go come back home? My sister, hey, now where you day? When you go come back home? You sing that the music you play, say you like and come back. Make you dance to the rhythm what people ain't get for come back. LTD. Faut pas oublier, il te dit, faut pas oublier, we want it, we want a better new day, we want it, we want a better new day, dreaming big for tomorrow. We gotta walk hand in glove. Be an inspiration to the younger generation. Oh, no. The planets be calling you back home. Pour améliorer la vie. Yeah. My brother, hey. Now where you day? When you go come back home? When you go come back? When you go come back? My sister, hey. Now where you day?
And yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This week you've been talking so far about on the entertainment. On Tuesday we had Closina from GPS who talked about photography in the entertainment world. On Wednesday we had the artist and actor Mitch Miles Austin who spoke about an actor, about Nollywood in general, as being actor and artist in the time of COVID. But today I'm going to take us a little bit further. Okay, Tuesday we were in France. On Wednesday we were in Nigeria, and today we are still in Africa. But this time around, we are leaving from the west coast to the east coast. We are going to Ghana. Okay. Today we're going to have a great lady. She is fantabulous. Let me just put it that way. She's fantabulous. So today we're going to have Mabel Suglo. Mabel Suglo. She's an entrepreneur, an activist, and she fights for the rights of disabled people. 2018, Mabel featured in the top 50 most influential Ghanaian youths. Guys, today we have the top for you. So today we picked up one of the 50, how do they say? One among the 50s. I don't know how they put it. Anyway, English is so complicated. Okay. So we put out someone very, very special, a lady, an entrepreneur, and she's the founder of a design of her own brand known as Dignified Wear. And yes, she's the founder of Dignified Wear. And before the name Dignified Wear came about, it was first known as eco shoes simply because she transformed waste into shoes. Guys, isn't that fantabulous? It is more than fantastic. That's what I'm saying, fantabulous. Because she transforms waste into wealth by making shoes in affordable shoes, handmade shoes. And not only shoes, shoes is just among one of her products. So for you just to have a view, a flash, this is one of her products, and she has many, 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 many more. 2016, she was one of the Anzisha Prize winner. But then I won't pour everything here because there's so much, so much, so much she needs. She will tell you on her own. Okay, I just know a little bit of the view of all her story. But I bet you when you see her, you'll be amazed. But then before I present her to you in person, I would like you to see what she looks like on a photo. And yes, she's Mabel Suglo, founder and CEO of Dignified Ways. And yeah, so Mabel tonight, she's going to talk about the female entrepreneurship. She's going to go further and say about the impact of COVID in Ghana, but most especially on the disabled persons. You know, disabled people, most often in society, they are left apart. Across the globe, we find that story. And during this COVID period, more than ever, we need to give them a helping hand. So Mabel today is going to talk about those people, how COVID is affecting them, and how her work as a mentor is helping those people. Because each and every one of us, whether we like it or not, we are disabled in one way or the other. It may not be physical disability, maybe psychological, it may be anything, but somehow we're disabled. Even when you have an eye problem, that's a disability, you know. If you wear a pair of glass, it's a disability. If not, you could have been seeing and walking without them. But then, if you wear it, it's because you have a disability. And most especially, she's going to talk about mentoring girls in STEM. But then again, my host is behind the stage. She's excited to come up, but I'm still dragging her along. And yes, and I hope you guys are going to be able to, sustain her all this 1 hour because she's bomb. She is dope. Mabel, are you ready to come up? Oh, yeah. Before I forget, guys, from what we had yesterday, we had no, I mean 2 days back on Wednesday, is it Tuesday? We had Mage Mice, and Mage Mice promised us that he had gift for all the young entrepreneurs. Okay, I mean not only young entrepreneurs that trying to enter the film and music industry, and now he has posted the offers on his page, so you can all go and watch his page. The page is www.magemice.com. So if you go there, you find all the information you need. An instance, I'm chatting with Mabel, and she's telling me something great here, and it's just making me to be so excited. Yes. Hello, Mabel.
Hi. Oh shit.
How are you?
Good. I want to put down my phone, but this not helping.
Yeah, I saw you struggling all along. Are you okay? Are you getting me?
Oh. Okay, then I think what I would do is I would rather use my laptop then.
Okay. Okay. You can use a laptop.
Good.
Oh yes, guys. We have to struggle that way in order to make you people to give people the top, give people the best. Okay. So Mabel is going to change her device in order to make sure that you get just the best of the best. Are you ready, Mabel? Are you okay? Hello. For everybody coming up now, anybody connecting right now, this evening we have left the entertainment industry and we are in entrepreneurship. So this evening we have Mabel with us all the way from Ghana. And please, I tell you, she is dope. She has all it needs. That if you're a lady, if you're a woman, if you're a girl, I dream about entering into entrepreneurship or being an entrepreneur, this is your day. To all our friends from Ghana watching tonight, we say hello to you all and we hope you all are fine. And please don't hesitate to write a comment, to like, to share, and to encourage Mabel in her work. She'll tell us about her work tonight. She'll tell us about so many things. I've earlier told you she's among the top 50 Ghanaian youths, most influential Ghanaian youths. That's in 2018. And yes, if you check closely, you'll find her she on the third row, the third person on the third row. Whether you take it left or you take right, she's the third person on the third row. Yes, she's that influential. She's that powerful. And she's a lady, more to that. Hello, Mabel. Hello? Guys, we're very sorry about that. Mabel was trying to connect using another device. And you guys know sometimes connection tries to fail us. It tries, but it doesn't succeed because at the end of the day, we give you the best we have in stores. And but while Mabel is coming, I think together we can have a little review of our guest we had on Wednesday. That's Mitch Mar, the artist. Mitch Mar, the artist and the actor, of course. He's an actor. He's an actor, an artist, and a motivational speaker. We had Mitch Mars with us on Wednesday, who talked on the drawbacks of COVID on the film entertainment industry in Nigeria, know about COVID-19 Nigeria. He also talked about his role as an actor and as an artist, how to preserve a personal life. You know, it's not only about actors and artists, about the stars, the media stars, and personal life, but it's about each and every one of us. We always have that problem where we generally have all our life exposed to everybody, but we need to be able to keep our private life to ourselves. And that's what Mage Mice came with on Wednesday. And of course, it was his birthday. And before Mage Mice, we had Closina from GPS who talked about his company, GPS, and the brand for which he's an ambassador. And the brand is Tap Tap Send. It helps you send money across the world and especially to Africa. You can send money, you're in Europe, in America, whatsoever. And of course, you have a voucher. When you use his name, when you use the code GPS, you have a voucher of €5 or $5 that's additional onto what you're trying to send. So don't hesitate, um, go to Apple Store or the Google Store and download the app Tap Tap Send. And of course, apart from that, also we had Michel Ange Penka, who talked about the Pan African Leadership and Entrepreneurship Foundation, and they have launched their events. They have launched Cameroon Leadership Academy, the Leadership Academy, and for this year especially, they're going to take youth across Africa. So it's not only Cameroon. So do not hesitate. Go down to the Facebook page, Pan African Leadership and Entrepreneurship Foundation, and you find all you need to do. Application will open up to the 30th of July, so you have time to apply. Oh, sorry, maybe I was trying to connect. I hope she will get her soonest. Hello, Mabel. I was saying for all those my friends interested in leadership in entrepreneurship. I know with COVID we cannot organize events with many people on one space. That's why we have this platform. Just go on it on Facebook, the Pan African Leadership and Entrepreneurship Foundation, and you'll be able to get to apply to get all the information you need to apply for the Cameroon Leadership Academy, and then you can apply for a 1 week training on leadership and entrepreneurship. And of course, you'll be free of charge. Free of charge. You don't need to pay anything. And everything this year, from what I heard from organizers, is that this year is going to be online, and the speakers are influential people, senators, and entrepreneurs in different domain actually that are going to come up this year and speak and guide. And of course, they will offer mentorship to anyone who is needed to. We have a few people who are welcome. Great. Welcome to this. We are waiting on Mabel. Mabel has a few problem connecting. Has a very few problem connecting. So she's trying to change her device, but it's not easy from what we all see. We also have among us tonight, we have Antoinette. Hello, Antoinette. Yeah, Mabel is coming very soon. So she's just she's DMing me, send me a DM. It's really hard for her to connect because she needs to find a stable device. We have Irma all the way. Hello, Irma. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. It's always a pleasure to read from you. Oh, finally, we have Mabel. Hello, Mabel.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You had so many people who sent their greetings, and they were wondering where you went to. They were worried already. You know, it's a COVID period, and is we wonder.
Oh, my. Are we okay now?
Yeah, okay. We are okay.
Good.
You.
Okay. We have Bruce that sent his greetings. Bruce Uncle that sent his greetings to you. We also have Antoinette Frimpong who sends her greetings to you.
Hello.
Hello, Mabel.
Oh, this is interesting.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Jay, guys, very sorry about that. I think we have some connection issues. But then while waiting that we are able to stabilize the connection, you can start looking at some of Mabel's work on her Facebook page, Dignified Wear, and you find all her work there, absolutely all. She's a wonderful woman, and she has so much to offer. And yes, you know, that's what happens sometimes when we connect. Sometimes connection is not that good. You know, with COVID, the bandwidth have been so stretched that it's hard to connect really. But then Mabel is doing her best, and I'm sure that she'll be able to connect finally for us to be able to go through this session together. But in the meantime, if you have a question, if you have anything worrying you, you can ask your question on the comment section below, and Mabel will be happy to answer it first. Hello, Mabel.
Hi, we are good now.
Ah, finally.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I guess we're able to go back to a bit of our previous speakers, thanks to
Mm-hmm.
you. But then
You're welcome.
I won't. Yeah. Thank you so much. I know it's hard, it's really tough with the connection issue to be struggling and connecting. Like you're really a Wonder Woman. Like there's nothing to say. You're a fantabulous woman. Because
Thank
though
you.
all the struggle, you're really trying to connect to you. No matter what, I must connect.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much. But
you're
we will not
welcome.
keep our viewers waiting for so long, Mabel. We'll just go directly
Yeah.
into our business and we'll have some fun in between because I like having a little bit of fun while I'm while I'm on stage. We need to cool down a little. But how is
Yeah.
Ghana today? How is the COVID
Oh,
in Ghana today?
oh, we are good. It's just that our cases keep rising each day. But the good thing is that the region in which I am, like, we are yet to record any, like, we just had one case, and we are hoping it stays that and not go up any. So we are currently just still going about our normal duties, and uh, thankfully, our president is going to address the nation tonight. So we will listen to him and see what he has to say for now.
Yeah, I'm sure that we'll be able to conquer the COVID. That's is not it won't stop us. It's just a backdraw, but we'll definitely pick from there. But then,
Yeah.
tell me, who is Mabel? Who is Mabel Suglo? What are your passions, your profession, private maybe, and philanthropy?
My name is Mabel Suglo, 26 years of age from Ghana, West Africa. I'm the last daughter of three girls, actually. And yes, I'm a trained educationist, that's a teacher. And in terms of passion, I'm a social entrepreneur, trying to give sustainable livelihoods to persons with disabilities and rural women through our handcrafts that we train them to make and we sell. Yeah. So maybe in private light, I'm just a church girl. And then, yeah, in terms of doing any other community work, I just identify these vulnerable people and equip them with some kind of skills to earn decent livelihood. So that's that about Mabel.
But that's so much about Mabel. That's not just it about Mabel. It's so much. From a teacher to social entrepreneur. That's you have said so much. Like I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know all. But I know among one of them, you talked about something that you're a social entrepreneur, and that would just lead me directly into asking. I went online. I checked everything. I like doing my assignments very well, and I realized that you have a brand by name Dignified. Where
Hmm.
yeah, and of course, I'm wondering what's the story behind Dignified Wear and how did you feel when you won the President's Prize?
Okay, so Dignified Wear is a social enterprise. As I said, that's my passion. That's how come I'm into social entrepreneurship. So it
Yeah.
started from the inspiration I get from my late grandmom, who had leprosy, and with just a term like this, because leprosy is a disease that chop off your limbs. Yeah, so
Mhm.
she cultivated a food crops on a piece of land with just her single term to feed um, her children and grandchildren, therefore proving the fact that disability is not inability. So that's kind of fuels my passion to want to create the same types of livelihood for persons similar to grandma. They might not have leprosy, but in the Ghanaian society, persons with disabilities and rural women are heavily marginalized and stigmatized. Sometimes, because of our African setting, people always think that persons with disabilities are evil, like they are evil children or that kind of thing. And then other thing is the fact that they are not able to just perform their daily lives like us. So they are limited in so many ways, which is also seen in their educational ladder and all those things. So that is what I do. I just pick these persons with disabilities from the street. Then I train them to make handbags, shoes, locally woven fabric clothing, and traditional jewelry so that we can sell them off and keep them employed as a way of empowering them economically to take ownership of their lives. Yeah.
Oh, that's the story is really amazing. From the story with grandma, seeing the
Thanks.
difficulty she went through, and deciding to engage the disabled people, to produce, make them more productive, and now they are making wonderful things. What about the products? What about the prize? And I know you won the president's prize.
Yeah, so
Which year was?
okay, so it was actually last year, August, that I won the presidential prize. So yeah, so it was a good feeling for me and a nice experience because, as you rightly said, it's like I'm kind of known out there in the international world, but home, even though I'm known locally, but to have the president kind of do this kind of good acts towards our business kind of gave you some home support. It's like having your daddy, the father of the land, endorse something you are doing to create many more jobs for not just marginalized people but other youth as well that are being like that graduate every year into the workforce, which is so choked and they end up being like keep depending on their parents. So he is supporting us with that grant to be able to keep persons with disabilities and rural women employed whilst recruiting other graduates to help reduce the unemployment rate in Ghana. It was a humbling experience for me because I felt like there's no place like home. So once you have support from home, you feel good about that. Yeah.
I know that's not the only prize you've had. You've had so many, amongst which there's the
Ah,
Anjisa prize.
yeah.
Yeah. Which year was this? 2015.
Yes, this was in 2015. That was the actual time I actually represented my project on the international platform with my business, which was called Eco Shoes, but now rebranded into Dignified Way to allow us kind of diversify into other product lines we want to go in line with our vision and our values as a company. Yeah, so that was in 2015, and that was the most proudest moment for me as a young
Oh,
entrepreneur, just 22 years of age, and it's like people
yeah,
already believe in your dream. It was so um it was a nice experience, and it just kind of motivated me to keep going because people are seeing, and in as much that I'll face challenges, there are other people out there that are willing to contribute to my success. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's encouraged. We need to make the Africa grow. Ubuntu
Yeah.
philosophy. You
Mm.
just spoke about the product line, and I'm wondering what are the products under the Dignified Wear, the former Eco Shoes? What are the different products we have under that brand mark?
Okay, so with former Eco Shoes, it was just mainly uh, shoes and handbags. But now under Dignified, where we have shoes, handbags, we have locally woven fabric, clothing, and traditional accessories. Yeah, like that. So this is
Yeah.
prints that we use to kind of give some kind of African touch to the fashion that people. So this particular bag you're showing right now is called the Jinyami symbol, and is the cultural symbol of the Ashantis. Collectively, they are called Adinkra
Wow.
symbol. And this particular Jinyami symbols means that um, only God is like God is supreme. So um, when you are downhearted and you are facing a whole lot of challenge, seeing something like this would kind of inspire you to know that fine, the days are rough now, but in the future it's going to be a what? It's going to be bright, depending on your faith. It's not everybody that believes in God, all right. But so the cross symbol has a whole lot of them, like symbols for community, for transformation. So it depends on what you
Mhm,
want, because we are a brand that is trying to provide employment for the marginalized one,
mhm,
make products from recycled materials, and also project the Ghanaian culture and tradition to the international community. So that is how
mhm,
come we had to diversify into all this to kind of um, enable us communicate that one message of providing employment for marginalized, making ethical fashion, and then teaching the Ghanaian diaspora about their heritage. and their culture, because some of them have been out of Ghana for way like 50 years, 30 years. So it's gradually it's like they're forgetting their culture, but making this ethical fashion would kind of, because we normally document what each thing means for whoever
Mhm.
buys it. But it's like it's a form of,
Wow.
you are buying something, you are kind of reminding yourself of your homeland or your
So
roots.
every product has a storyline behind it.
Yes, we just don't make anything,
Wow.
and sometimes we personalize it as much as possible. Because, like last year, for instance, when our president announced the year of return, we had um, fine. We just didn't want to make any form of shoes. So that was when we then launched into the Adinkra symbol shoes, because people are coming back to the land, so they need something to identify with. And most people don't really know what those signify or what that means. So we just decide to um, do them that honors or save them the stress by going to learn about anything that, like, it's a whole lot. So we'll just do the research for you and tell you this is what it means. And yeah, to just give you that personalized feel, because that is what we want our customers to feel. We want them to feel dignified. So that's that. So we'll do everything possible to make sure that is that.
Wow. I now understand the reason why it's known as dignified wear. That's
Yeah. The
like
reason
I've
why
told you before.
is just
Yeah.
for two reasons. One is for the kind of category of employees we are working with, so that it keeps
Mm-hmm.
reminding us that we are looking for people that are being dishonored or like not honored in society, to kind of make decent livelihoods. Like, yes, that's what you've shown now. These persons with disabilities are not actually always given the same economic opportunities as we, the able ones here in Ghana. And the second one is we want our customers to feel proud whenever they are in any of our products, and know that it's not just any kind of product. It is a product that is linking them to their heritage and also having some social impact as well.
I confirm that. Guys, if you're just tuning in, so this evening we left Nigeria and today we are in Ghana and we are with
Hmm.
Mabel Suglo. I told you guys at the beginning that she's fantabulous. And yeah, you guys are just seeing it. She's just so fantabulous. That's every design she has, be it shoe, bracelet, necklace, anything she has a whole storyline behind. So no matter where you're found in the globe, when you wear it, you know you're back home. You know you're in Africa. You feel home where you are. And
Yeah,
that's
you see,
exactly.
this one particularly is we know it's all the East African culture, but because
Yeah?
of the way we want to kind of diversify someday, we want to have our presence in each. Oh, my camera is not getting this. So we want to have more like a retail or like a branch in each country. So in Cameroon, for instance, we are not gonna sell like Ghanaian fabrics, even though we'll make it available for the Ghanaian diaspora there. But we are going to focus on traditional Cameroon fabrics, which women can easily make and earn their livelihood. Whether we are in France or anywhere in Europe, we are going to go according to their culture so that they can easily identify with it. Whilst our main target is to employ those that are not having equal employment opportunities as the able people. So yes, so we make different range of shoes. Like there's a gentleman shoes. It's just unfortunate
Wow.
now that COVID is there. We are not getting orders for wedding shoes, but most of the times people wear this for
Yeah?
weddings like that. Yes, and this is the fabric I was talking about. So it depends on what the individual wants, then we get
Wow.
it done like that. Yeah.
I definitely need to order my own bag. Like I need my
Yes,
own bag. My
I think
backpack.
you should.
That is so beautiful. I need to wear Chio Ganyan.
You. Thank
We
you.
have Jilko all the way from Luxembourg who says, good afternoon, ladies. Hello, afternoon, Jill. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight or this
Yeah,
afternoon, depending on where you find yourself in the globe.
definitely.
Yeah. Well, maybe like you have so much that just I don't know. I'm sure we can spend more than 3 hours together because your stories is just so No, it goes it this deep is deep, or how do you say it? It's right inside society. Like
Anyhow, you can
everybody
say
in
it
the
is fine.
society finds himself inside.
Mhm.
And you really tell a story about that. You tell a story about Africa to everybody who wants to wear it. When he wears it, he knows everything he wears has a significance. Even
Mm-hmm.
the symbols is nothing is made anyhow. Everything is made with
Yeah.
a purpose, and the
Mm-hmm.
purpose is mostly understanding where you come from, the meaning
Mm-hmm.
behind, and with your state, as you rightly said for the back, that it
Yeah.
means you gave a series of things behind that. It means when you feel depressed, you feel lonely, you
Mm-hmm.
know, we are there for you. There's a symbol of renaissance. And yes, it's very important because sometimes we feel that lonely and we really want something to look or to hold on to remind us who we are, where we came from, and why we are there, why we're doing what we're doing. So it's really,
Yeah.
really fantabulous. I'm just going to call you Lady Fantabulous. 'Cause I don't know what I'm going to call you again.
Thank you. Thank you for the name.
Yeah. Mabel, you've talked about so much about your no. You said one of the reasons you called your design, your brand, Dignified Wear, was because of the disabled people you're trying to lift up. How is the COVID affecting them this period? If COVID is hard on people, then it should be harder on the disabled persons. How is it?
Definitely. Yeah, so it's not really been a very good time as a noun, because even on us the fiscal and able people, it is so hard on us. So they being more like facing many more challenges than us is badly affected by that. But I think they've all understood that it's not anybody's doing that this pandemic came. So, in as much as possible, they are also trying as much as possible to stay safe and take care of their lives. And then, me on the other side is, even though we are not working right now, but they are still on payroll. Like I make sure that they get their salaries to. It's more like kind of paying them back date so that they can be able to live well, because if they are not able to eat good and they are not healthy, at the end of the day we wouldn't be able to forge ahead. And I want to especially thank the Anjija Prize for making this possible, because they granted us a fund to make sure that they are able to gain some substantial amount, because right now we all know that demand for fashion staff are not it's not that picking anymore. Everybody is kind of looking at food and sanitary and those kind of hygienic products. So yes, so in doing our own bit, we still keep them on payroll to live well, and we pray that the pandemic goes away soon, and then we return to having activities to continue production as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Because there's so many companies that I know,
So yes,
though they have
before I forgot, I want
able
to.
to don't think you. Yes, maybe we are getting here.
Yeah, so I want to
Hello?
say, I want to make this personal appeal. I don't know if this video happens to get into the hands of His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo. He's making available loans for SMEs and medium-sized businesses. And I want to say, like, should I say, the criteria is you should have your business registered with Registrar General Department. But what I want to put out to him this evening is a humble appeal that he should reconsider the way he's going about it, because these persons with disabilities and other rural women have businesses going on, but because of illiteracy they are not able to register as we the elite entrepreneurs. So instead of maybe using that as a criteria, he should maybe give these monies out to banks that are accessible to these rural people, so that they can go and access it as loans. Because there is a woman out there that is selling food stuff that really needs this capital injection to pick up food produce, because now food produce is in the demand. But because she's not registered, or maybe she doesn't have that financial or literacy background to do her registration, she wouldn't have the access to it. Whilst an elite entrepreneur like myself might not need the money, but because they qualify for it, they'll go pick it, and it's like they're kind of hoarding it, while the actual person that is kind of needing it is not getting it. So, dear President, I'm saying that to be able to really decentralize this whole thing, I think you should consider, if not making part of this accessible to non-registered rural Ghanaian businesses, kind of provide some kind of funds for banks that they can really assess them, do the due diligence, and grant these rural folks and disabled people the funds to also work with and like kind of expand their businesses. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that, Mabel. So, every
You're welcome.
guys, if you're just watching, you're going to watch this video later, or you're watching right now, please help us and share this live session so that it can reach the president of Ghana or representative or members of government. Because as Mabel
Yeah.
rightly said, she rightly put it, the government is helping people out during this COVID period, small and medium enterprises. But then there are other people, disabled people, who are really struggling. Not only disabled, as I told you earlier, disability must not be physical, it can be psychological. It can be that they
Yeah.
didn't go to school at all. That's disability. And that type of disability can affect those who didn't go to school, the illiterate, if you can put it that way, this period, because the government is helping people out, but because you cannot read or write, you'll not be able to apply to have access to that fund. So help us share this video so that the government may hear our plea to help those people out. They don't know how to write or read, but they have something to offer to the society. They have companies, they employ people, and they pay
Yeah.
taxes. So they help people in the society. Let him see this video, and be able to find a solution for them. It can be, as Mabel suggested, to have a particular fund made available for them, or maybe pass through other organizations in order to act to get to them. Or why not just check if they're registered? If they're registered organizations, help them out. There are some
Yeah.
rural areas, they don't know how to read, know how to write. So you can't kill them for that. They're disabled. Not be able to read or write is a disability, and we all had to learn that. But not everybody was
Hmm.
opportunity to learn how to read or write. So, guys, please, if you're watching the video right now, or you're going to watch the video later on, do not hesitate to share as much as possible so that it can reach to the highest rank of the Ghanaian government, so that they can help out the people with disability. As we said, this is COVID period. We need as much help as possible in order to make sure that everybody can eat or be able to produce. COVID is not only about now. We are living COVID, but the hardest part of COVID will be after the pandemic is over. Because that time we
Yeah.
need to fight for our economy, and it's now we need to arrange all those things. Thank you, guys. We are counting on you, and we hope you're going to share it as much as possible. Like, put a comment, and share. Let's reach the highest rank. Today we are with a fantabulous woman, Mabel Suglo, and yes, our voice needs to be heard. Today we two ladies that's on stage, so you guys just have to make our voice to be heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mabel, we're talking about COVID. We know it's a hard period for everybody. It's a tough period, but don't you think there are some opportunities that can be made out of this crisis?
Oh, definitely. There are a whole lot of them, and it depends on how you see it. But I think if you see it as a blessing in disguise, it's much more better than maybe seeing it as what's the name, a doom. Yes, it has come at a time that we weren't prepared, but you need to really be able to adapt if you really want to continue to stay afloat with your business. So for us, for instance, instead of still mass producing shoes that has no market right now, we also took the opportunity to diversify into other businesses like the nose masks and the face shields production, so that like it's a protective gear that is needed, and it will kind of still generate income for us. And maybe another example is maybe you being a carpenter. now COVID is here, and then there is lockdown. So a whole lot of families are going to be home together. Why don't you create some indoor games like Ludo, like Owari, and other
Yeah.
games that can be played within the home, so that people can entertain themselves. But you like in as much like the pandemic is there, but you've tapped into a market by creating games, indoor games for people, because people wouldn't have the opportunity to go out again. And no matter how they try to watch movies or watch online stuff, it will get to a point they will be bored. They will need to do something physical. And what of those that wouldn't have the money to afford internet data? That does that mean that they shouldn't have any form of entertainment? So the Ludo and the other indoor games come in handy. And then right now we've seen that those that have invested massively or heavily into real estate are like hotels are really not happy. They are hard hit by this whole pandemic. So maybe what they should try looking at is try renting out their hotels rooms to people like tenants for maybe on 3 months or monthly basis, because the facility is there. It's not any cash, but it is rather depreciating. So you have to find a way of getting some money no matter what. So it's depending on your business, you have to just look at it from any other angle that you think can really help you. Then you go in with that. If it is that you have to diversify into selling food stuff to stay afloat, why not? Because right now food is the main thing right now. So whatever you would do to kind of hang on there so you figure out something, please do, but just make sure it's legal before you end up in the prison. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. You need to make sure everything you're doing is legal. If not, you be thinking you're doing good, but instead doing bad to yourself, which should not be a good thing
Mhm.
either. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe I don't know. Uh, what are the changes? During COVID, we can't do much. But then me, I'm thinking of COVID as a blessing in disguise. It's a way for me. That's my opinion. Humble opinion is that COVID is a way for Africans in general to propel locally made African products, no matter the sector of activity. It's a way for us to propel ourselves into the
Yeah.
market to consume more of homemade products, Africa, made in
Yeah.
Africa in general. And what do you think? What changes can be made to increase the entrepreneurial activities by disabled persons and women?
So yesterday, for instance, I read an article whereby the Nigeria fashion industry was kind of reconsidering sourcing their materials from Nigeria and not from Asia or China or Europe any longer. So, as you rightly said,
Yeah.
COVID is seen as like more like a doom, but it's a blessing in disguise. Because imagine if every African nation is beginning to source the fabrics they use for their designing from their own country. Look at the number of jobs it will create. Look at the revenue it will generate for the company, the country as a whole. So, with my earlier on suggesting that I suggested that president should make sure that these loans that he's providing for businesses as a stimulus package, he should just ensure that it gets decentralized so that those are the grassroots who actually needs it would be able to access it, and not just the few greedy ones that are up there trying to hoard everything for themselves. So I would say that whether government, whether NGOs, and small businesses like ourselves and other philanthropists, whatever you think you can do. Sometimes, like the other day, for instance, I saw one disabled lady that was selling biscuit. So she didn't need more than $100 to kind of pick up another few boxes of a biscuit. And I loaned out that to her, and I'm monitoring her progress gradually. So you don't need another 100 of them before we feel we are making the impact. Just sometimes one person at a go with the ripple effect and the chains is going to make a whole lot of difference. So in as much as we are leaving all the burden on government, individually we can also just loan out some money, because right now you are not buying anything apart from food. A whole lot of money is sitting in the bank doing nothing, and the banks are also kind of financial distress right now, so they are not going to give you any time big profit. So the little profits that they're going to give you, why don't you negotiate with a struggling entrepreneur or a woman out there or a disabled person out there and say, well, I have this money, I don't know what to do with it, so I'm trusting you to handle it, invest it in your business, and we share the proceeds out of it. Yeah, so we all have a role. It's a shared responsibility, and we all have something to do to keep each other safe and sound this trying times.
Yeah, we definitely have a shared responsibility to make sure everybody gets something. No, at this
Yeah.
very moment, some people may have the money and they want to help, they know how to help. We can help the rural woman in the village who is trying to produce more food for us to be able to eat. Because this COVID period has reduced agricultural work. Many people are home. So there's something you can do. You just, if you have the will, then you have the way to now to make everything come possible.
Yeah.
The maybe I'll come back again to a previous, it's a bit related to the question that I asked earlier, but then it's another one. Apart from the presidential prize you won in 2019, same year again in Cameroon, you won another prize with the returnees. And
Yeah.
I always have to go back. I'll ask how do you get to know about or be informed about the returnees project?
Okay, so my shout out right now to my mentor Miranda Obin. So I got to know about the Retainers Award in 2017. Yeah, I remember, and actually met Miranda in person in Berlin when we went for a global partnership for financial inclusive forum. Yes, there she is. Yeah, this lady, she's a powerhouse. So, and she happened to moderate the stage on which we were, and I was what a Rising Star Award winner on for this particular forum. So that's where I kept in touch with her, because when I looked her up online, she kind of was the kind of woman I wanted to like to be like growing up, because she's a wife, a mother, a strong Christian, and an executionist. She's not just the talker; she makes things are done. So I just started following her, and I think I don't know whether that was your first edition. Uh, I got to hear about it late, and I wanted to apply, but it was way too late. I couldn't join in. So once I kept interacting with her and sharing my experiences with her, which she has actually, because 2017 was a very trying time for me, but due to her encouragement, her, 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 s- her inspirational messages and talks, I was able to sail through. And I want to say I love you so much, Miranda, and God bless you so very much. And I'm not going to disappoint you in any way whatsoever. So, yes, so that was when I actually got to know she was the founder. And then, yes, following after her, and then all those things. Um, Brought about my nomination for the awards, which I didn't actually even know about, because the first time I actually wanted to do, um, I never got in. So this time around, she went like, "Hey, babe, have you seen that?" I went like, "Oh." I checked it out quickly, and then when I came and saw the gap that was between I and the Cameroonian person leading, it was kind of heartbreaking. But I said, "Well, all is well. All is." I told her I wanted to give up. She said, "No, you can't give up on this. You can't. You dare not." So put out the message there, and thankfully, all my fans and well wishers around the globe, especially the Ghanaian community, made sure it was a victory well won for us.
Wow. No, you won that. And 2017 had to be the second edition of the returnees. And
Okay.
last
Yeah.
year, 2019, the fourth edition. Hopefully
Mm-hmm.
this year we'll be able to organize a fifth edition. But then that's if Corona is willing to permit us, because now we do everything according to Corona.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if not, it's just you'll definitely be able to come to Cameroon for one of the edition. You need to hold your
Yes,
price in person.
yes, the reason why I couldn't really come to Cameroon last year was due to immigration issues. And please, our African heads of state, please make inter-border entries easy for us. We are Africans, for God's sake. What's the meaning of all this? You have to go to here to get this. And like a whole lot of monies were being spent when it wasn't fruitful. So I think that's a pain point our authorities have to really look at for us, because I couldn't come in because of the immigration issues. But
Wow.
hopefully, if COVID goes away, and we get to know of the dates early, why not? We are coming live and colored.
Yeah. The next time will be the best. No, the borders may disturb us, but
Mhm.
it can't stop us. We'll definitely have to come.
Yeah, yeah, they can't stop us. We will enter there.
Definitely. We have Bruce who says, "Oh, great tribute, great work, Mabel Suglo. Congratulations on your award,
Thank
strong
you.
lady."
Thank you.
Oh yeah. So you see, so many people think
Bruce,
that you're
thank
fantabulous as I presented you when I started this discussion. So you're just simply fantabulous. There's nothing to say about that. From your work as an activist, as a teacher, but that makes me think of something, Mabel. How do you make the transit between a teacher to become a social entrepreneur? How do you manage both from profession to passion?
Okay, so right now, I think I used to do the two, teaching, because I love children. And in church, actually, I'm a Sunday school teacher. I like singing and dancing with them, that kind of thing. But um, I had to give up on the teaching part to fully to full time go into my social entrepreneurship dreams and career, because it's not like I don't like teaching. I like teaching. I like teaching, and I try to teach anybody anything I know, if only you are willing. Yes. So I I was combining the two from 2017 to 29 no to 2018. Yeah, but upon weighing the two, I just felt like I really am passionate about my dreams as a social entrepreneur. So I finally had to quit or resign on the teaching part to get into full-time social entrepreneurship.
But I guess your children should be crying. All your children, they'll be like, "No, madam, why did you do that to us?"
Yeah, but yeah, that sometimes you have to just let go of some things. Yeah, we do keep in touch. All right, I do volunteer on a lot of teaching programs.
Hello, Mabel. So, guys, we just have a few internet connection, but then, hello, Mabel, are we together? No, guys, it sometimes happens. We have internet connection,
Yeah,
but if you're just
sorry.
tuning in, or you started from the beginning, tonight we have Mabel. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Can you hear
okay.
me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
so
talking about
that's
your children. That's
what I
great.
was. Yeah, so yes, I still volunteer to teach, like whenever I have the opportunity. Yeah, because I remember when I go for field studies in villages, because me, I like rural life. I like rural life.
Oh
No matter
yeah.
what, any day, anytime, I like my rural life. Yeah. So when I go there, most of the classes, because it's not accessible, most of the teachers, when they post them, they don't go. So I just take up the mantle to teach them the little I can, as to make the most use of the time that I'm around. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know part of your teaching goes to girls in STEM. You mentor girls in
Hmm.
STEM. So do you have a particular program
Yeah.
for that? How do you go about?
Okay. So, well, I don't have any official, should I say, program I always offer, like organize. Maybe I'm bringing together maybe 1,000 girls. No, as I told you earlier on, I'm the type that believe in identifying one person and making the best of every investment into that person's life. Because if the person is able to get the thing right, they can also replicate it and teach other people as well. So mine is a one-on-one basis. So I mostly do that with the girls I'm mentoring, and especially in computer science. And I think I am able to do that easily because of the path I've chosen, because we have to keep our records on a laptop using Excel and other tools that we use for meetings and all those things. So I just teach them these basic skills, because mine objective for any girl I'm mentoring out there is to one day be able to set out on their own. In as much as I encourage them to pursue their dreams, I just try to give them this hand skill, so that if they are out of school and things are not in their favor, they can just make use of this skill to be economically independent and support their siblings and families as well. So um, I do, as you know, with if you have to do a good marketing or sales, you have to know your numbers, analyze your data well, and all those things. And
Exactly.
all this easily done with technology. And I always advise them to keep up with technology no matter what, because the world is not waiting for us anymore. It keeps advancing. Now COVID has come. I'm able to talk to you from Ghana and you from Cameroon because of technology. So there's no way we can just decide to leave technology or steam out of anything we are doing. Yeah.
Definitely. So, dear viewers, I know it's not easy to see Mabel, but then here is Mabel. Here is how beautiful and pretty she is. Is the fantabulous woman with whom we're speaking tonight. She has won so many. She's just laughing. Yeah, I have the
Wow.
pictures. I had to search
Thank
through
you.
everything to make sure I get everything. She's won so many prizes, and I
Mm.
think this. Where is this Mabel?
It's in Johannesburg, South Africa. This is
Wow.
Josh Adler. Josh Adler is the president of the Anjija Prize. So
Wow.
they kind of like, yes, so they still support us. As I said, due to Anjija Prize, which I won in 2015 from the
Mm-hmm.
previous picture you showed. So he is the one that is kind of overseeing all the processes there, and they are they are really very patient with us, and they are teaching us, holding our hands, guiding us into the business world. And people like Miranda are also working on our other innate abilities.
Yeah. And I can see Eco Shoes. Here is 2015, I think, or 16. You see how the brand name Eco Shoes.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. So, guys, if you just came in tonight, if you just tuned in, or you're planning to tune it later on, today we are with the fantabulous woman, Mabel
Thank
Suglo, all the way from Ghana. Wednesday we're in Nigeria, Tuesday we're in France, today we're in Ghana. Like, that's how we roll. We just change
Yeah.
from one country to another. But it's thanks to COVID, I'm able to fly around the globe without having to leave my room. I just sit in my room and I fly around the globe. I have everybody I
I,
meet.
I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
that's the first thing about COVID, and that's what we need to promote. We need to give hope to people during the COVID period and not
Mm,
fear. No, it's a hard period for everybody, but together we can make it a better place, we can make it a better opportunity and see how to gain the most out of it. Mabel has said so much this evening. She has said so much from her brand mark, Dignified Wear, where they produce different items such as shoes, bags, handbags, jewelries with Ghanaian fabrics predominantly, but also other African wear that's according to where you come from, they can personalize it and give significant symbols. And of course, each bag, each item has a meaning behind. So you don't just do the item, but each item has a storyline. With a
mm,
particular item, you can tell a whole lot of stories, and it makes people It brings people closer to where they came from, to Mother Africa.
Mhm.
So wherever you
Yeah.
are in between right now, just remember where your little, even the bit you do is not that little. Okay, if you just think of something good, then something greater is going to come to you. Maybe I thought of something. It came from an idea of recycling waste into shoes, and today she produces handbags, she produces different things, and today she's able to sell the African dream to the whole lot of diaspora. This is able to sell Africa as a whole and herself, and most especially help disabled people, because that's what we need to know, that's what we need to hear, that people in society that are always left behind. Today, if you're illiterate, for example, nobody will going to employ you because they say you can't count, you can't read. But then
Mm.
that's just part of disability. There are other things you can offer. You may have the manpower that is needed or the zeal that is needed to carry out a certain job. And just a little bit of patience, you'll be able to do it more than the person that's literate. A proof, here is Mabel in her job place, and you see people with the wheelchairs, people, they all of them are disabled. All of them are trying to make the world better, the way on their own way. And of course, she gave a special message to the Nigerian government about disabled people and the fund he's providing right now, and especially to the African governments.
Ghanaian,
So
Ghanaian government.
access within Africa. You cannot be an African and you want to go to Ghana, and you have to struggle and struggle to go to Ghana. Whereas to go to France, to go to America, it's just a couple of flash and easily go there. But then why? We need to bring up Africa, the Africa we want for ourselves and for our children. Together we are stronger. Simply the Ubuntu philosophy. Well, you know, um, I've talked so much. Now I need to leave you to talk again. I've over talked.
It's fine.
Yeah, maybe very soon we'll be parsing, not very soon, but I think our time is drawing near very soon. But then before we start
Mm-hmm.
parsing, I would like to know what do you recommend our viewers about your favorite book, favorite music, and favorite movie, and also your favorite quote.
Okay, so for me, I'm just gonna keep it simple. My favorite book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. My favorite music, This Far by Grace by Pastor Edwin Dawson. My
Mm-hmm.
favorite movie, War Room. And my favorite quote is Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Simple.
Oh God, I think we shared it. We shared the same favorite quote. Like that's my best. Yes, sometimes there's an artist who says karma is a bitch, because everything that goes around comes back around, and
Thanks,
you need
God.
to do
Yeah.
unto others what you want them to do unto you. You shouldn't slap someone if you won't like yourself to be slapped, because when it
Yeah.
comes to you, you'll be harder, you'll be stronger, and you have
Mhm.
nobody to stand up for you. Then,
Yeah.
maybe do you have a special word right now? Message you
So
give to the
yeah.
government, or do you have another particular message you'd like everybody to hear?
So my it's yeah, it might not be special to you, but it's special to me. Just keep safe, have faith, and never give up no matter what. COVID shall pass and we'll be happy once again in this world.
Mm. Yeah, COVID shall pass and we shall be happy again in this world, guys. You've heard it all. It is a fantabulous lady all the way from Ghana. It is Mabel Suglo. And yes, again, as I said, she has said so much about her. If you want to know more about her work, about everything she does, the people she mentors, you want her to mentor you, you're a young lady, you're a young girl, you dream about entering into STEM, just follow her Facebook page, Dignified Wear. Drop a message. If you're anywhere across the globe, Africa, Europe, no matter where you're found across the globe, I need one of the products. Throughout the video, we have had to show you some of the products that they made. That's from sandals to ladies' shoe and fabrics. She also does wedding items. They have so many things. no, encourage disabled people because the people she employs are disabled people. Let's encourage her to employ more of those people. And why not expand to other African countries? We need more of Mabel Suglo across African globe. Need more people to have such initiatives to employ the unemployed, to employ those people that we think they are cast out of society. We have so many of them. We know so many people, such of so people. If you think about doing such thing, you have an initiative that goes in this way. Just get to Mabel, write to her. You can find her on Facebook also with the same
Yeah,
name,
and on
Mabel
Instagram,
Suglo.
and then
Exactly.
LinkedIn, Mabel
Wow.
Suglo. Yeah,
So
Twitter, Mabel
Instagram,
Suglo.
LinkedIn, Facebook, the same name, Mabel Suglo. Drop her a message. She can tell you how she managed to reach where she is, and she can tell you how to avoid many mistakes. Because surely she started it was hard, but you have that chance today. We are with her. You can get to her and ask her how did she manage to get this far, and she'll tell you, give you the tips, and maybe you'll be able to adapt it to your own context. And maybe if you want to have an extension of her brand mark in your country, good and fine. I guess she'll be very happy. But then the only way to know
Yes,
is you need to get to her. And she just confirms it. Yes. So you see, guys, whenever I come here, I give you guys a big surprise. Like I just said, and she said yes.
yeah,
And so we're really happy. It's a fantabulous woman, it's a fantabulous lady. She's there for us. She's there to promote the Ghanaian culture, the African culture to everybody across the globe. We shouldn't hesitate everywhere we are to carry a piece of home wherever we go. We are the Africa we want. No matter where you are, never forget where you came from, because that's what makes you to push harder, to push further, and to continue fighting for a better tomorrow. On that, guys, we are going to leave you. But before I leave you, we're going to thank the whole and the entire returnees team for this wonderful evening because they brought everything up tonight. They are the people that were able to contact Mabel and put me in contact with Mabel, and we are able to be here tonight. We started with difficulties because of internet connection, but then when we picked up, that was all. But though the internet connection, I told you guys that Mabel was fantabulous. I had not seen her before tonight. We only chatted on WhatsApp. But then it's just like we know ourselves forever. Like I have known her, we have known each other. But no, we never
yeah.
knew each other. We just discovered ourselves. And that's what life is about. That's what Africa is about. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. That's the message Mabel had to give to us. That's what she has for us. Help each and everybody. Follow our page, The Returnees Project.inc on Facebook or our website www.thereturnees54.com. Or you can also follow www.mirandaoben.com. But don't forget, most especially, to follow Mabel's work. Order your products, no matter where you're found. If you're from Burkina Faso, you can ask her for something and she'll do it using your own traditional fabrics. She can design and customize it the way you want it to be.
One,
That's the word. She's just so that fantabulous and she delivers
and we
across the globe. So
and we
no
deliver, we
country is a
deliver in
barrier.
3 days.
What you
We
say,
deliver
baby?
just. They said we deliver in 3 days by DHL. So you can order on our website www.dignifiedwear.com, and then you get your product. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys heard it. Like she's not only fantabulous, but she's just that fast. Like just so. If you like cartoons, me I love watching Sony. She's like Sony. No, in 3 days and you have your product. You don't need to think. So just go on www.dignifiedwares.com and order your products, no matter where you're found. No matter where you're found. Those in America, Europe, they are going into summer, and this is a time to have dignified shoes and dignified
Yeah.
bags. So order your
Mhm.
dignified bags and shoes. Do not
Yeah.
hesitate. Next
For
year,
your
this year will be next year there will be events. So order for your dignified marriage shoes and bags.
yeah, you are the girl.
So guys, on this we are going to leave you, and we thank you so much for tuning in. Do not hesitate to like, comment, share, follow Mabel's work, and on that we tell you peace.
Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.